It's important that SEs, practitioners and scientists meet because you need to have a way of theory and reality to meet each other and to interact with each other in order to mutually develop the knowledge and the experiences and collect them. And then, you need a feedback between reality and theory.
Most of our problems do not arise in the macro level of science, of basic assumptions, of big ideas, and they also not arise that much on the micro level in our organizations, because we are professionals. We deal with our challenges on daily life, and we are good workers. The major problems I see is in the interaction of the players.
So it is essential to have both sides working together and sharing the information that they have so that we can build better interventions, tailor-made for local context, but that can also be transferable to other contexts, and we can all enjoy the positive effect of this collaboration.
We are, as practitioners, very much depend on good data, good ideas, good information about our field. So this is the reason why we, as a Weltladen organization, heavily depend on such research and are very much welcoming every study, every single bit of research that is done in that field.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, welcome to Frankfurt. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here at the Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences on behalf of the Presidential Board of Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences.
It's a cliche to say that we live in challenging times, but we do live in challenging times. To remain the same, everything must change, and I think social entrepreneurship is an important part of that change. There's much evidence already that it works. Now the question is how to get it more central in our society. And this forum, in its small way, hopefully contributes to that.
For us within EMES, it's really important that we do real research for real people to solve real problems. So it's very important for us as social scientists and researchers at universities to work with local communities, work with local practitioners, to identify the problems, to co-create knowledge and to also co-create solutions.
As practitioner, we haven't any time to research, of course. It's not our job. And so if we meet scientists and research, then we can understand some questions better and deepen our knowledge about what we work on.
In my perspective, in particular, if I think the type of research that we are doing at our Competence Center in the management of cooperatives, the Free University of Bolzano, Bozen, we are looking at phenomena that are subject to change, also so new emergent phenomena. So when we look at the interaction between researchers and practitioners, is because on the one hand we really want to have a researcher looking at and analyzing something that is essentially related to the reality, so grasping the richness of the specific phenomena that we are analyzing.
I think it's very important that practitioners and scientists meet, and I think there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is that practitioners, they work with social enterprises on a daily basis, and they need to understand how can you define impact, what are good interventions, how can you create good policies. So those are really issues practitioners have. On the other side, researchers and researchers know best what are good policies and how can you define impact, and I think that's also part of research. And on the other side, researchers have a better idea, for example, we had a discussion on the conflicts, when are the conflicts between investors and social entrepreneurs, and then you understand why did you hear more often about these conflicts in these settings, and then you can start formulating your research questions and have a good understanding. So overall, I think it's important, and I think it's one of the best conferences here to so when practitioners and researchers can meet.
Well, there's different ways that research can contribute to a favorable ecosystem to social economy. First of all, it's providing data on it, providing a picture about it, telling the stories behind all the associations and enterprises, and working together with practitioners to rebuild a narrative to show the strength of social economy and why we need those to respond to the environmental and digital challenges that lay ahead.
There were always waves of new cooperatives and new social enterprises when society was unable to solve problems by conventional ways. And now is such a time. We are reaching the planetary boundaries, and social divergences and inequalities are increasing. And this is why we see now, exactly with the focus on these challenges, a new wave of new social enterprise and cooperatives. And states are here to support that wave.
Social enterprises and cooperatives create entrepreneurial solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. These solutions are often highly scalable, and the bigger they grow, the faster they solve the problems of the society. Thus, we really want to support them more.
EMES helped me with my PhD in so many ways. It's an extraordinary network of leading scholars of the field, but they're also incredibly accessible. I mean, that was the extraordinary thing, I think, that we as PhDs were given the responsibility, the opportunity to really engage with them. We had so many places where mentorship could take place, and as a PhD, you're really interning into being an academic, so you have so many of those bits of your identity that you need to try and consolidate, and EMES was just a support for me throughout that whole process. In contrast to other networks that are mainly based around conferences, EMES was a continuous kind of support, and as a PhD representative, I was able to sort of get a lot of personal support and social support with other PhDs, always grounded in the fields that we were in, and it gave me a chance for growth in so many areas that I now see, having finished my PhD, that it gave me access to so many different connections that I'll continue to foster, I'm sure.
UN Task Force wants to have some research outputs which can help us to raise the awareness of social and solidarity economy amongst people, especially amongst policymakers. So in order to do that, maybe researchers should translate their concepts, theories, ideas into very much plain and simple languages. Otherwise, people, especially policymakers, may have difficulty in understanding what SSE is. And we need impact research. How much impact can SSE or SSE organizations and enterprises make for social development or sustainable development is very important question for us. So we want to have research which can explain the impact created by SSE organizations and enterprises for social development or sustainable development. We also want research which can explain the synergies created by different types of organizations within the SSE community. As you know, we have so many different types of organizations, enterprises belonging to SSE community, and they have different nature, different missions, sometimes different conditions for operations, and they need to cooperate with each other. But we need to learn how to cooperate, how to collaborate with each other. So we need research which can explain or teach us how to collaborate, how to cooperate with each other to achieve common goals or common goods.
Well, the European Commission is interested in EMES and all the activities done by EMES because of the strong engagement with the social economy and the evidence-based policy-making process that we follow closely every time we need to adopt decisions, initiatives, and choose among different policy options. That's why, for us, a research network like EMES is really important to bring the required knowledge to get informed decision to the policymaker. That's the main interest of the European Commission in EMES.
My interest in EMES as such is from a practitioner's point of view. Science is very important because very often we need scientific proof of what we're doing, not that we don't know it ourselves, but to have somebody sort of write it in a report, write it in a paper, write it in a book. So that's very, very important to us. And to learn both ways. So science learning from praxis and praxis from science. That's, well, a no-brainer. Particular this conference, well, it's fantastic to be part of a network like this. The cooperative movement is a world organization, a world movement, and meeting people from all over the world, all over Europe, with the same mindset is just breathtaking. It warms your heart every day. So that's really why I'm here.
It was a fantastic ceremony. It was quite emotional because we celebrated Jacques Defourny and Carla Busage, who couldn't be here, and Margie Mendel. but overall I think it's we have made a great achievement with EMES, and I'm more than happy to accept this award.
Well, I am very proud to be a member and to be a pioneer in the EMES network. It has to participate in EMES network and mainly to participate in the research project was an opportunity to meet many people from different countries, from different culture, from different approach, and it was very special to be a member of EMES network.
I was coming back to Europe for one last time. My daughter was getting her PhD in Sweden, and when Taco contacted me, I said, we'll extend our stay 1 month so I can attend this meeting and see some of my old friends and see some especially the pioneers that I mentioned, Isabel, Roger, and Lars. And for me, it really is a lifetime achievement. I'm really very proud and very honored to receive it.
So what is really reinforces my commitment towards having an academic life, an academic career, but also further motivates me to go further with this paper and actually go publish it somewhere so that more people can get inspired by it and continue the work towards the legitimation of the social and solidarity economy.
It was my first time here at the EMES conference, so I was really surprised getting the award at the first time, receiving such an award is such an honor.
I'm very happy and honored to receive this award. This is my first time attending EMES, and I think it's a very good way to make people loyal, so I would definitely come back.
This is one of the 3 excursions that we organized for the EMES conference, the 9th EMES conference, and it's a nice ending to the conference. We have beautiful weather, everybody seems to have been sitting for a long time. We have enjoyed the cooperative. It's one of the models of social enterprise in Germany. This one is unusual because it's urban agriculture, and in a city like Frankfurt you would not expect to find greenhouses, chickens free range, and apples and vegetables.